Good morning. Oh, I love all this attendance here. And I love meeting with the community. It's the best part of my job. So I'm really glad to be here today, and I really welcome all of you to be here with us in Anacostia at the Emergency Operations Center for Building Blocks here in Shannon Place. I'm Linda Harley Harper. I'm the Director of Gun Violence Prevention for the city, and I'm thrilled to be here today to announce the grant winners for the Building Blocks grants. For those of you all who don't know, we issued these grants in partnership with the Progressive Life Center and with support from the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services. So I'd like to give a round of applause to them for their support of this community-based initiative. I also want to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Muriel Bowser. I want to thank her for the amount of resources that she has allowed us to put into the community and for her faith and support in me in this position. Let's give the mayor a round of applause. As we know, the government does not have the answer to gun violence. We already know that, but what we do know is that together we are going to make a difference. I feel so excited and encouraged by the number of creative proposals that were submitted, creative ideas, people who took a lot of time and thought into their proposals, and what we have is a winning group, and I'm so proud about it. I want to introduce to you Mr. Charles Evans, who's the Chief Operating Officer for the Progressive Life Center, and Natalie Gillard, who is detailed to Building Blocks from Child Family Services, but she has been serving in a really critical role with Building Blocks. And so I want to call up Mr. Evans and Natalie Gillard. Let's give them a round of applause, please.
Good morning, everyone. So I'm in the position where I know everybody wants to hear the awardees, but I have a couple moments to just say a couple brief things about Progressive Life Center for those of you who may not know. Progressive Life Center has been in the district since 1983. Our headquarters is in DC's Ward 5. And PLC is a human services agency, and what that means is that on a daily basis we're providing services, supports, and opportunities to children, youth, and families, not only within DC, but also in Prince George's County, Montgomery County, Baltimore, Maryland, Wilmington, Delaware, and also in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The extent of our services includes foster care services, independent living services, kinship care services, as well as adoption-based services. And particularly in the district, we've really enjoyed our partnership working not only with the Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, but also now with the Building Blocks, and for this tremendous initiative that we're speaking about now. Just briefly, I would also like to thank the mayor for having the vision to provide this extraordinary solution to deal with an extraordinary challenge that does face all of us in the district. And of course, I'd like to give major props to Director Linda Harley Harper, who I've known for a long time. And if you know Linda, you know how much she values the community, the heart that she has for it, and how important this work is for her. And then of course our partners with DYRS, who have been done an extremely helpful and supportive job with helping PLC prepare to do this work, and helping PLC over the last few years to really develop the bench strength for us to be able to offer these grants in an effective and efficient process. There was only it seems like a couple of weeks ago that we were together talking about the beginning of this initiative, and now here we are able to talk about who the awardees are. And just briefly talking about that, we received a tremendous amount of outstanding ideas and innovative solutions to address gun violence within the city. And unfortunately, in a situation like that, not every application can be funded, but we do feel really confident that those that have been chosen are going to be able to deliver quality services to the community. Obviously the amount of applications we received clearly showed us that there's a tremendous need in the community, and there's also a tremendous amount of resources in the community to be able to address those concerns. I don't like to think about things in terms of the dichotomy of the winners and the losers, because the truth is the winners are going to be the community, because very shortly you're going to see a lot of different projects and programs rolling out in the next few weeks and months that are going to help to address gun violence from different perspectives, some working with adults, some working with youth, some working with families altogether, some providing events, some providing consistent services. But it just really is a macrocosm of ideas to try to address this challenge. And so with that said, I think I am ready now to introduce the winners that I know everyone wants to hear about. And Natalie is going to assist me with this. So the way that we broke this down is I'm going to just read the name of the individual for the mini grant, and then the name of their program, and then just give a brief, program description so that everyone knows what the program will look like. Should they come up when they're called? Okay. And if you're present when your name is called, if you can come up, that would be fantastic. Okay. All right. We're going to start with Anise Holston from the Love Heals Project. And this is a youth program that will provide workforce skills, self-care training, mentoring, and money management. And we can clap. Absolutely. Yeah, let's clap it up for all the awardees. Next, we have Ann Coles II, who is, and the name of the program is the ACC PSC Artistic Collaboration, which will be an arts-based program focusing on stage and production. Thank you. Then we have Mr. Antoine Jones, and the program is the Jumpstart Entrepreneurship Program, which will be teaching and offering entrepreneurship classes. Then we have Ms. Carolyn White with the program Sisters for Sisters, which will provide services on neighborhood outreach. We have Mr. Clarence Miles from the Gun Down short film, which will provide an opportunity for youth to discuss, develop, and write a script on gun violence. And then we'll have Mr. Denzel Brown from the Brave Behind the Bullet Initiative, which will offer virtual programming that teaches conflict resolution for Black mothers whose children were victims of violence. And we have Eli McCarthy, who will be on the program is Community Safety Unit, which will be offering training to the community on de-escalation skills to respond to non-emergent crises. Jamildred Osborne from the Encompass Initiative, who will offer faith-based violence reduction through support groups. Jermico Holloway with the Save the Kids mural, which will offer the creation of an art project mural created by victims of gun violence, citizens, and community leaders. Mr. Jimmy Jenkins with the Safer DC Nights, and this program will provide a summer basketball program for high-risk males between the ages of 14 and 40. Next, we have Kareem Watts with the Box Don't Blast program, and this will engage residents at Mayfair and Paradise at Parkside who are interested, skilled, and caring citizens ready, willing, and able to align with the district's priority initiative to prevent and reduce gun violence. And then we have Mr. Kelvin Manners from the Arm in Arm engagement at Watts Summer League, and this will be a summer basketball league program. Marvin Lee with the Friends of Douglas Safe Space Initiative, and this will do food distribution and also the creation of a community garden. Reginald Mathis with the Summer STEAM program, and the STEAM program will be for youth ages 8 to 18 and will be held in person and virtually at recreation centers. Richard White with the Judah Project, which is a peer outreach, the Judah Project peer outreach program, which will recruit youth to participate in a peer mentorship program that will include both an educational component and a workforce development component. Mr. Roger Bell with the City Sports and Safety Initiative, which is a youth-centric program focusing on resume building, skill building, and a sports tournament with kickball, basketball, and flag football. Roger's here to join us today. Yeah. Mr. Roosevelt Boone from the Restoring Our Future with Roe program, and that's the development of an 8-week podcast series with interviews working with youth ages 10 to 17. Shannon Williams with the Books Not Bullets program, which will offer a literacy program serving youth at the DC housing communities. Is that her? And then we have Tasha McClendon with the International Pursuit of Me, an art immersion and sleepaway camp, which will offer a 1-week sleepover in the mountains for girls. Tyron Spriggs with gun prevention through artistic and technological empowerment. And this initiative seeks to curtail gun violence and acts of crime through artistic and technological support services. Willie Hill with Saturday Strong, which will be a street and block cleaning program. And Cynthia Dawkins with Next Level Vision, which will be a program that relies on community leaders to inform the community about resources and programs. Natalie Green with Clean Corners, which will also offer a street cleaning project conducted 2 times a week. Mr. Ronald Wally with Finding Stars, which will be a program that teaches conflict resolution and leadership classes. Antoine Gatlin with Young Men and Women's Empowerment, and this program will provide basic needs to participants in the Trinidad community, such as haircuts and training in coping skills. Cindy Pearson with the Boat Camp Weekend Project, and this will offer STEAM classes as well as boating safety classes. Mr. Didier Sinestra with the Beginning of Technology in the Neighborhood, and this program will offer technological resources for communities to gain innovative training and technical support to improve the quality of life of DC residents. Ikea Hardy with Women in Heels, which is a program that will provide women in the community with trade skills. India Blocker Ford from India Bee Mentoring and Modeling, and this will be a youth-based program that focuses on mentoring. Ms. Ivory Haight, I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly, and the program is Time for Change, which will be a design challenge program with young people to make their own anti-gun violence apparel. Joanna Hardy with Guns Down Friday, and this program offered on Fridays that will provide a safe space for youth to connect and also to receive mental health services. Mark Williams with the SHNB Ward 8 Peace Week, and this will be a week-long series of activities and events geared to promote gun violence and prevention and peace and unity in DC's Ward 8. Rosalind Stiles with Jobs Not Guns, the recruitment fair, and this will be an organization offering a job recruitment fair that will host 50 exhibitors. Come on up. Thank you. And then we have Tendani Mipelbusi, with Healing Arts, and this will be a documentary filmmaking program. Relinda Rhodes with Cap or No Cap Hip Hop Gun and Violence Teen Summit, and this will create an open discussions about grief, loss, music, and violence, and creating a wellness recovery action plan targeting youth between the ages of 14 and 24. And Jeffrey Pfeiffer with the Fashion Tailoring Institute, which will be offering tailoring and fashion design programs. and Joe Houston with the For Love of People fitness camps. And this will provide community members with tangible strategies around conflict resolution and de-escalation of domestic and community conflicts through fitness. I'm going to turn it over to Natalie to announce the rest of the awardees.
Thank you, Charles and Linda. The next is Thandor Miller, Transformative Building Blocks for Transforming Your Life, Youth Engagement Workshops. Adriana Brown, Gardening Tools, Not Guns at the Garden of Eden, Urban Agricultural Program to create a community garden that serves ages 19 to 25. Darnice Wright, DC Young Filmmakers. The purpose is to target unserved youth in impoverished communities and enlighten their knowledge of media technologies. Egypt Mims, Soul Surgery, Peer Support System for Women. Toya Carmichael, DC Black Businesses, Pop-Up Shop, Youth and Entrepreneur Edition, program that brings youth, business, and performing artists to discuss and present business ideas. Trina Robinson, Sisters Overstanding the Struggle, geared to prevent risky behaviors by engaging women and girls during the day and offering holistic and proven alternatives to negative behavior. Davina Callahan, Ice Cream Pop-Up, back-to-school event for school-aged children. Brenda Richardson, Outdoor Storytime with MPD, allows youth to explore nature in a meaningful way and support literacy and social skills. Derek Johnson, Kilmo News Agency, news delivery and social media. Amani Marsh, Faith to Good Credit, financial literacy program for youth and families. Jay Anderson, Cedar United Life Skills Workshop, designed to implement alternative education programs that cater to the development of students who have lost interest in the traditional education system. Justin Iman Roy, Laces to Bows Inc. Social Emotional Boot Camp, program focusing on girls and providing personal health, mentoring, college preparedness focus. Philip Pinnell, First Friday Crowd at the IHOP, regularly scheduled meetings with community leaders to address community challenges. And now the following are the large grant recipients receiving up to $50,000. Dr. Charlene Haling Williams, Community Wellness Ventures, training for behavioral health liaisons on community violence and trauma-informed care. Gary Hill, Exodus Treatment Center, Restorative Healing Practices and Summer Camp. Jamila Osborne, Community Shoulders, training citizens on self-advocacy and leadership in aiding their neighborhoods and neighbors. Julia Bush, the Meditation Center at the Ark, training residents and violence interrupters on the transcendental meditation technique. That was a mouthful. Kevin Beckford, Hustlers Guild, film skill building, conflict mediation for young people. Kevin O'Halloran, Southwest Business Improvement District, Community Garden and Composting Site Summer Enrichment Program for Youth. And Waris Majid, No Slide Zone, community engagement events. Thank you, everyone, for this concludes the list of all the awardees for FY21.
I want to thank all of our, everyone who submitted a proposal. What we know is that it is going to take each and every one of us to combat gun violence in our city. And I appreciate those who came forth with their ideas. Some people have been working in this space for a very long time. Some people are very new to the space. I would like for all of us to just send them love and power as they take on this really challenging job of engaging a really difficult population to engage, and those who do this work are really, really committed to our city and to young people and to high-risk populations and serving them. And so I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. For those who did not get the grants, who did apply, I want to give a call out and say this is our first round. We know that we provided technical assistance for the grants, and we're going to keep doing that. For those who submitted proposals that were not awarded, we'll be doing a special technical assistance session just for you to prepare you for the next round. The next round is in September, and I look forward to even more creative ideas. I want to take a moment and just acknowledge some folks who have been so supportive of Building Blocks and of me personally in this role. I want to acknowledge Councilmember Trayon White, who is here with us. Councilmember White has been very engaged with Building Blocks from day one. I also want to give a shout out to Deputy Mayor Geldart and City Administrator Donahue. Neither one of them could be here with us today, but they have been extremely supportive of all of this effort in Building Blocks. I also want to give a special shout out to the Building Blocks team. So let's give a shout out to the Building Blocks team. When I say we have a talented and committed group of people from across the district government that are detailed to this effort, we have some smart, hard-working people who are working on this topic each and every day. And so I want to thank them publicly. I thank them on the side all the time, but I want to say it in front of the crowd, because I want to say that again, this work is not easy. It's high pressure. It's not an easy job, but you know, with a great team, anything can be accomplished. So I just want to thank the Building Blocks team for all the work that they put in each and every day. I would like for all of the grant recipients to come up and let's take a picture with the check. So for those of you all who don't know, the micro grants and the mini grants were up to $5,000, and the larger grants were up to $50,000. And I look forward to seeing the great work that I know is going to come out of these grants. We are looking forward to it. Please reach out to Building Blocks if you need any support along the way. And we are happy. We're here to support you, and we are so happy to get started with you on this road as we go down this road of the grant, seeing the grants come to fruition, and looking forward to seeing the beautiful outcomes at the end that we know that we're going to see. I'd like all the recipients to come forward. I want to thank all of our guests for coming today, and I want to give one more round of applause to our grant recipients. We have a lot of guests in the crowd who were not grant recipients, but who have just been overall very supportive of Building Blocks. And I want to thank you for coming, and I want to acknowledge your presence. Mr. Roger Bell, we need you up front, sir. Are there any other grant recipients in the audience or persons who are representing organizations who are grant recipients?
He's sitting at the table.
James, who's sitting at the table, we need you up front, sir.
You are just.
So you probably have heard me say before, there's a quote that I have taken from Moms Demand Action and our wonderful Chief Conti, which is, what is every single person doing to make sure that we have no more homicides in the District of Columbia? That's what this photo opportunity represents. These people who are in this picture are doing their part to be a part of the solution. And so I want to just thank each and every one of them. I want to acknowledge you for your commitment. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you. And please reach out to Building Blocks in the future. This concludes our program. I want to thank everyone for coming out today, and I look forward to seeing you in the future. Thank you.